The story of Hillcrest Baptist Church. There should be wars and rumors of wars. In the 1940s, there were no rumors. Many who couldn't serve the country overseas uprooted their families to find work and support the war effort. Richmond, California, became a new home for thousands. The population had grown from 20,000 to 100,000, with the Kaiser shipyards being the city's largest employer. Many of these displaced shipbuilders were from the southeastern part of our country. Followers of Christ, homesick, they lamented in their hearts the psalmist's words, "How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?" God responded by giving a vision to a pastor named A.J. Bird, who realized there was no Southern Baptist church in Richmond. Frank Waltman, one of these transplants longing for a biblically sound church in which to worship and serve, answered Reverend Bird's newspaper ad about starting a Southern Baptist church in Richmond. The history of Richmond Baptist Church, rather Hillcrest Baptist Church, began with their first meeting on Friday, June the 25th, 1943. On Sunday, July the 4th, the church was organized as the First Southern Baptist Church of Richmond with 18 charter members and a total missions offering of $12.55. The church began without a sponsoring church, but driven by a vision to minister in Richmond and the world. The church now faced a dilemma of finding a location. They found a 20 by 30 foot building on a 30 by 90 foot lot for $1,200, which was bought from the Church of Scientology. One of the members loaned the church some money to buy the building, but by the second Sunday, it was already too small. In the early part of 1944, their church needed to build an extension. Unfortunately, it was during war times when materials were scarce. So the city told the church that churches weren't essential. Within a half-mile radius of the church, there were 50,000 people. 75% of them were from the South, and 65% of those from the South had a Baptist preference for a church. So the need and opportunities were great. Materials were finally found, and with volunteers from the church, an extension of the building was completed in 2 months. On the first Sunday, there were 275 people in attendance, which maxed out the new building. In 1946, the church started 3 new missions and also bought an adjacent parking lot. However, they still did not have enough classroom space, so the junior department would meet in the parking lot. When it was raining or cold, the classes would meet in the cars of the teachers, with the cars running so the heaters could be on. In 1947, a loan from the Home Mission Board in the amount of $18,000 was secured so a new building could be constructed. Soon, even that building was filled. The church had an average Sunday school attendance of 360 each week and led the state in Sunday school attendance. Within 8 years, the church had grown from a membership of 18 to over 700. In 1948 alone, 165 people came forward to profess their faith through baptism. During this time, the church started a Japanese mission at a time when many Japanese were feared and hated and marginalized. The membership also was open to African Americans and everyone who professed Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. In different parts of the Bay Area, the church started language works in Italian, Chinese, and Spanish. In 1949, during one baptismal service, there were 5 different nationalities represented. Truly, God's vision was being realized. However, with the end of the war, many of these families began to move back to their former homes. Others moved to other parts of California where jobs were more plentiful. The pinnacle of Richmond's economic strength had been reached, and now it was a city in decline. In the early 1960s, the Richmond Redevelopment Agency took possession of the property, forcing the church to find a new home. Pastor Carol Gibson led the church in finding 10.5 acres on Hillcrest Road in Richmond. So the church prepared the land and constructed the facilities, which is still the current site. The name of the church was changed to Hillcrest Baptist Church to reflect the new location. Being on a hill has not been without its challenges, as in the wet winter of 1982, when there was a landslide that almost overran the church. Working around the clock, members were able to save the church and seek to stabilize the hill. Hillcrest Baptist Church continues to seek God's vision and timing. His vision is to make us a multi-ethnic and multi-generational church, seeking to magnify Jesus in the Bay Area and the world. God's timing is still perfect and still based on a need and provision. We will continue to trust God's vision and timing as we make an impact on eternity.
Hola, yo soy Hillcrest Baptist Church.
Sí, Hillcrest Baptist Church.
Go, Hillcrest.
I am Hillcrest Baptist Church.
I am Hillcrest.
I am
I am.
Hillcrest.
I am Church.
I am
Hillcrest.
I am Hillcrest.
Go, Hillcrest.
I am
Hillcrest Baptist Church.
Hillcrest Baptist Church.
Hillcrest Baptist Church.
Hillcrest.
Hillcrest Baptist Church.
All right. It's a 9-year-old daughter or girl.